Let's do a tree proof that has a biconditional in there. And maybe what we'll do in this video is show you what an invalid argument is and contrast it to a valid argument. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, example. Let's think of an example. So, say we have something simple, P biconditional Q and M. And let's say we have, I don't know, P, then Q. Okay, so very straightforward. Let's see what happens when we try to run the proof for this. We'll take the negation of the conclusion, begin with that, not Q, and we'll list the premises, P if and only if Q, and M, and then P. So let's go ahead and start breaking things apart. So we've only got one compound sentence. It's this one right here. So let's go ahead and do that. We know the rule for the AND here. We know the rule for AND is put both conjuncts in the same paths, all open paths that fall underneath. So we've got M, and then we've got P if and only if Q. So let's go ahead and we know the rule for this. Whoops, P, not Q. Let's look at what we've got here. Let's take a look at our first open path now. So we've resolved everything, right? So we've resolved all the compound formulas into their simplest components. Let's take a look at the paths one at a time. So in this path, we've got Q, P, P biconditional Q, M, P, and do we have a contradiction? We do. Where's the contradiction? The contradiction is going to be the... Do we have a contradiction? We do. So where's the contradiction here? Well, if we look down here, we've got Q, and in the same path, we've got not Q. So not Q, Q, contradiction, path closes. Okay, how about the other side? If we look at this path, we've got not Q, not P, M if and only if Q, M, P, all of this stuff, and you see, I hope, where the contradiction lies. We've got not P here, and we've got P here. This can't be. That path closes. There are no other paths, so this is a valid argument. Why is it valid? Because you can't hold the negation of the conclusion together with the premises. It's impossible. So if that's the case, then we must affirm the conclusion, and that's the proof. Okay, so let's try a case that's, I don't know if I have room here. Let's just go to the next page. We'll do something very similar. So now let's look at an invalid case that's similar to that one, the one we just did. Here we've got P if and only if Q or M. Let's say we've got, just like in the previous one, P, and then we're trying to show Q. Okay, why is this invalid? Well, it's invalid because we'll end up with open paths. So what do we mean by that? Well, let's go ahead and see. So again, we'll list the negation of the conclusion, not Q. We've got P, and we've got P if and only if Q or M. So go ahead, take your compound sentence, split the main logical operator. We've got M in one path, P if and only if Q in the other. So do we have anything else? At this point, actually, you should see that it's going to be an open path forever, but let's go ahead and resolve this side, the P if and only if Q part. So we'll go PQ, not P, not Q. And do these paths close? Well, this path closes, and so does, or does the other one close? Yes. So why does this path close? The first path. Path 1 closes because of Q and not Q. Path 2 closes because of not P and P. But we still have an open path over here. This path is open. And what does it mean to say the path is open? It means you can have the following counterexample to your conclusion. It's a consistent state of affairs that not Q, P, this big thing, and M. And why is that a problem? It's a problem because we can consistently maintain the negation of the conclusion. One more time. We can consistently maintain the negation of the conclusion with the premises. If that's the case, then the conclusion is not entailed by the premises. And this is why that discussion of entailment earlier on was so important to your understanding of validity. Here we have a case where we have the open path. The open path gives a counterexample that shows that the conclusion can be held, or the negation of the conclusion can be held while you hold the premises. If that's the case, then the conclusion doesn't follow validly from the premises.